Oh, hello friends. It's time for another edition of Roswell 1947. Play written by yours truly, David Stewart. Okay, we left off yesterday. For any of you who missed it, it's on another YouTube video you could find. But basically what happened, it's all about the supposed incident that happened in Roswell, New Mexico in the summer, July of 1947, in which I wrote a play about it. And the version I've written is a very comical version of it. A lot of the names have been changed of the main characters, and well, let's face it, it's mostly fiction. It's based on the idea of the Roswell incident. And we got yesterday to the point where the old guys outside the general store had found, had looked up in the sky and seemed to see this large flash of bright yellow-orange light and something crashing behind the hill. We also found out about the rancher, Mick Russell, who was awakened in the middle of the night by his animals who sounded all disturbed and were making all kinds of noises. And when he went outside to check with his son Rob, found out that the whole area of the ranch was covered with all kind of strange, bright, metallic objects, little pieces. Okay, now, let's continue on. Now, we're in this scene, Act 1, Scene 2 continued. We're just going to be outside the Roswell radio station, where there's Rick Black and Dwight do their show. And Mick is going to town just as this show is on. But Rob turns on the radio, his son starts listening to the show. Rick Black goes, "Good morning, Roswell. I just got a call from Buford, one of the old guys who's always outside the general store. You know those guys. They said something about seeing some weird bright lights in the sky last night. And Dewey said something about a loud crash behind the hill." Dwight Miller, Rick's co-host. "Well, Rick, we all know how those good old boys like to sit around and tell each other stories. Let's face it, they don't have much else to do to pass the time now, do they? I mean, how many Carter's Little Liver pills can you take in a day?" Rick, "Right. And how many times can you rub Bengay on your old decrepit aching joints? But all the same, Buford sounded awful scared on the phone." Dwight, "Yeah, and let's not forget that secret air base the Air Force has way out in the desert." Rick, "Area 51, you mean?" "Yeah, I've been hearing all kinds of rumors about weird experiments that they do there." Act 1, Scene 3. Narrator. After approximately a half-hour's ride, Mick Russell arrives at the sheriff's office in the town of Roswell. He walks in and asks if he can speak to Sheriff Elmer Pyle. Sheriff Pyle, "Howdy, Mick. What you got in the bag there?" Mick says, "That's the thing, I don't know. That's why I'm bringing it to you. All I know is that my ranch is covered with this stuff." Narrator. Mick empties the bag on the sheriff's desk. Sheriff Pyle, "Wow, you weren't kidding, Mick. This stuff is weird. It looks and feels mighty creepy." Narrator. The phone on the sheriff's desk rings loudly. "Clem! Elma! It's Clem! Me and the boys saw a bright red object, shaped sort of like a triangle. It disappeared from our sight and crashed somewhere behind the hills." Sheriff Pyle, "Thanks for the information, Clem. Maybe a coincidence, or it may have some connection to what I'm looking at right now. I'm going to call Colonel Marshall at the Air Force Base right now. This might be something he needs to know about." Narrator. The sheriff hangs up the phone and then immediately phones the Air Force Base.